got experience. I've had mental health problems with misdiagnosis. It's so easy to get misdiagnosed. I started reading, I had to figure this out. There must be somebody that can diagnose something, right? Well, I read The Myth of Normal by Dr. Gabor Mate. I've gone to these guys, the one trick pony diagnostic system. So I was, if you got a mental health record, it's a good thing sometimes. They threw me out of the house. I was living on Canada pension disability because nobody would help me here. I'm going up to Ottawa to report this rotten healthcare and rotten social work system and really get down to the crux of it. I want some money out of this country. I don't trust anybody anymore. But listen to this story. I wouldn't trust anybody with a dog's leg the way you diagnose things or the way you offer help. You don't offer it at all. You make judgments and diagnose. Well, here's one. She's major depression. I can see it. She's 28 years old. She went online on YouTube. Oh, this is a great place to get diagnosed. I'm listening to her. They're all probably bipolar because they've been diagnosed. So now they're experts and they say, you got bipolar. Yeah. Wow, what I hear is a woman that's playing Kirk the Bay. Maybe she's a little drunk, drinking a bit of wine. She's got a guitar in her room. She hasn't had sex for 2 years, and she's a good-looking woman. And with her husband, because he's working all the time. That might be a diagnosis of a marriage falling apart. But she's bipolar, because Kirk Cobain was. This is a good analogy. When I was really depressed, I wasn't getting anywhere. I was playing Pink Floyd The Wall. Well, that's not happy. So I went and learned to play blues guitar. I said, that's not happy. Then you don't know anything about music. Yeah, I'm in the wrong camp here. Minors and majors. But these systems don't work. I was a Freudian psychiatrist. But there's Jungian. Oh, I'm going to learn that because this stuff is getting back to the Freudian stuff of all sorts of rubbish. I've never heard so much. I'd say she's mentally ill. That's shrimp. Oh, hell yeah. So she says, do you love your mother? Yeah. Oh, here she is coming up with, must have a sex with her? No. So that's a Freudian slip. I'd throw that in the garbage. Garbage form of one way of thinking. What if she had a mix of multifaceted psychology? Hmm? But they don't. You go to them, and that's a Freudian, that's a Jungian, and that's a Buddhist psychologist, that's a positive psychology. They're all over the place. Clinical psychology. I'd throw that out. Because you might need business psychology about positives and this cognitive function, neuroplasticity of the brain. I failed that. What? You failed that part of you? You failed Jungian. Shouldn't be a psychologist. I don't think our scope's very big, especially the public healthcare system, because we got so many sick people. We've got a lot of crazy people. I'm not saying there's no such thing. Is it a myth? I could go out and say all mental illness is a myth. No. No, it's imbalance of it. Well, I could say you could go to a therapist for about the day crocodile eats you to death night. And the kicker's open and you waste your life because you're not doing the work. Good therapists would take you somewhere. Let's move you out of this. The problem with me, I'm not state licensed. I'm just certified. I'm like that guy that says he can fix Mac computers, and he's fixing them. But he might break them because he's got no Mac license. He's not certified with Apple. I don't think I'll break people. I started learning more. I'm just certified, but I'm internationally certified. Well, online. But you might not say those credentials are like hers. Well, if you got bling the things and things are working, maybe that's the thing. I get people working. I've had people working. I did it for free for a long time, and it didn't take much to get people back on track. But I haven't got that is more important than the degrees. If you're not getting people well, there's something wrong here. So I'm certified in a lot of things. I got diplomas in aromatherapy. I'm a racing grandmaster. I do Kundalini. Smiling. No. I'm bragging. No, I'm coming into my own. Because I want my services out there. So I sell things too. I sell essential oils. I sell crystals. I learned a lot of things. I'm a musician. And I say that's a good part of the practice. A man that knows the arts. And I see people doing art for therapy. But I'm not an artist. I'll delegate it to an art therapist. How about that? Promoting other people to help you. Linking up services. Nothing wrong with that. And that's what every doctor should do. That's what an MD does. He's a good MD. He'll hunt for a specialist. Delegating your practices to people. And knowing your limitations by law of what you can't do. Some people have really got some sort of issues. And how do we know who's any good in this public healthcare system? We don't. I wish we did, because it doesn't work right. There's good psychiatrists, bad psychiatrists, good therapists, and just yo-yos that need help themselves. And there sure ain't on social media. Some of the ones I see here are one-trick pony. I'm not naming names, but I've seen some bad therapists on here, and I see some that say, I quit. So you can't do it. At least you're honest. It doesn't work. I like that sort of insight, but is it going anywhere? I'm hanging out my shingle. It doesn't work. But why? Why doesn't it work? Integration, like businesses should work. Why don't they work? Because they don't delegate and they don't offer services to anything else. Like loyalty customers or sustainable businesses. I go to a bar there. I don't want to drink too much, but I pay a meal. I get a few beers. And being a senior, I got a loyalty program. It's not guaranteed in other ones. I can sit there and chill. I like going out. That's why I want money. I want money to go and have a good night at the club or watch the hockey game and be able to afford it because beer prices are way up. I want to have money in the bank. And money is to sustain my life. I want to hire people to clean up my house, not throw money at me. Here's the way it works. I don't have anybody to clean up. I mean, this junk because these guys with a mental illness in business, mental illness in investment. This free market real estate bit is just the worst place to live. Nobody can afford the food unless they're working. Well, you got money. Money for what? The Wi-Fi prices are way high. What's the trade-off? What's his trade-off? Oh, I'll get some of the metal. I gotta have this stuff running. And I'm putting it out there. This is a series of tapes. I'm not making any money on it until I get the kicker going and invest in the whole system and integrate it. So I'm going up to Ottawa because I go over there and it doesn't work. There's so many people who want to get business or try to get into these camps that aren't working. And I'll tell you another thing I don't think works. I see these Zoom calls becoming with this social media system coming into a narcissistic mental illness. A one woman in charge of a whole pile of women. But she's not delegating or looking at their talents. You know, let's have a Zoom call. Do you ever hear people say these meetings are a waste of time? Maybe. Because little Queenie up there is running the show. And you can see things on here. What are you doing? All he's masturbating in front of them all because he's bored. That's mental illness, or maybe they're mentally ill to show a point. And it's just ridiculous, all these Zoom call meetings. Now, Zoom's an effective device, but it's not used right because the narcissistic boss woman that's just open up business. I'm going to ask you to get anywhere with that Zoom call and boring your staff to death. There's other men that use Zoom very well. Zoom can be used for doing a scrum. For nothing's used right. What I mean a scrum? He's got a apprenticeship program, and he's teaching delegating. We could never ever use Zoom anything to in an apprenticeship program. I got no time to teach these guys. Well, he makes time management. He's got all you guys out there as electricians. You're learning something, but if we can't have time to show you schematics or anything, and you're doing it on the job, it's a waste of time. So Zoom put that together. We're doing a 15-minute scrum. Put your tools down, go on your phone, and we'll scrum it. Because most people have phones. And I'll show you some schematics. You're learning every day. And then you go back to work. And it's coming in there. But doing these Zoom calls is becoming stupid. Business meeting calls. It's going for playing tea party. I'll pour you some tea. It's just getting not a business idea. Tell me, meetings. But are they productive meetings? So that's a mental health problem, right? It's also a part of the narcissistic controlling system. That's the head entrepreneur here, leading a bunch of women that think we're all one. Well, that's masterminds, but she's the head, Queenie. You know why guys go on those dating apps? Because they got Queen Girl up there. Hey, little Queenie. Men don't like that. But it's a part of your narcissism and running things, and you'll never get a date. You just play the game. Nobody wants to go with little Queenie. He uses video conferencing. Am I being rude? That's the way we're going. You guys hate it. Yeah, men hate that. They want to worship. You want instant worship. Are you worthy? We're not worthy. I don't think you are worthy, but just getting up there, Queenie in it. You look bored. Yeah. That's why I'm not dating apps. I think they're a waste of time. Especially the ones with the video chats. They're not very productive. And then you got ones where she's got to do a bit of music, song, dance. And you can get in there and as a musician say, you really suck, honey. Get on and do some woodshedding. Oh, I might got money. She's in Melbourne. You're making money on what? You're providing content on a dating app, and it might be drawing people in to get booked. Were you performing in Melbourne? No, they would not make me go in there because I wasn't making money, and they weren't making money either. And you suck. Is that rude? Well, if she really just go out and get paid for it, and if she's not getting paid for it, she can't have any talent. You know, if you can't make music and people won't pay for it, maybe that's an indication, but those damn platforms on dating site, you really suck is making you a fool. You know everything about music. Well, I'm a consumer of music, I wouldn't buy it. So I don't know, but you suck. Suck, 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 suck. That's just the way it is. Critic? I have to be a critic. Get off of there. It's driving me nuts. You're playing some folk music, you can't play the rhythm on the guitar. You sure can't blow harp on a rock. I've never put 3 bottom mice up there. Am I being a critic? I'm a musician, and I wouldn't get up on stage if I didn't know my gig. Because I know it all the time. No, sometimes I don't have enough confidence. There's a science to having confidence. Because they say you sound like you're bragging. Oh, I won't go up there. No. Having confidence in playing things right and recording it, and then listening to it and seeing if you like it, and then go up and play it. And have confidence you can do it. But that's the whole gig. Or throwing tomatoes out. Everything has a tomato list. But what I'm talking about, oh boy, I'm all over the board. But I got to do some complaints and get some money out of it because the medical practices here really are dangerous. I couldn't get sleep last night. Why? Because he's generalizing my age and he thinks he's doing the right thing for me. He caused me a lot of trauma. He's got to pay off. Don't you want a nursing home? You might go homeless. I'd rather go homeless than go to a nursing home. Been working on this for years, you stupid. See, there's trigger. You stupid idiot. You're a mental health worker, you get complaints against you. No, I'm just going to state it. And if you start doing that again, I'll name you. I don't want it to hurt you, but I'll hurt you if you don't back off. I'm not going to no friggin' nursing home. I'm doing a lawsuit. I'm making money. Anyway, I do it. I don't care. I know my limits. I've been all over Canada because of this broken system. Oh, hell yeah, to get away from one stupid person to another. And other provinces aren't as bad. It's better to get away from idiots in healthcare. You know, out there in Nova Scotia, 12 hours for a triage, and his wife died at 38. Come on. I go out to Calgary. I think the wait time was about an hour. An hour. Here, ridiculous. So is this healthcare? No, it's failed. Tommy Douglas came up with it. And I'll tell you nothing. I got PTSD and I'm with other vets. I'm not a vet. That's the first thing I get asked. No, I'm a man that the legal system didn't help with justice. And it's just like every medical system now killing people. Well, the killing was letting a criminal out before he was reformed and he murdered somebody else. Part of the PTSD from being shot at could have been knowing he was reformed. Did that work? Well, it's a component in victim of crime. We need to know. But I fell under the wire. 2 years later, they came out with reform on victims of crime. But it took years to get this out of my head. So I had to use AI, okay? And I've been locked down in post-traumatic stress for a long time. Using AI and asking questions and starting to get clear. But he triggered me, telling me to go to the nursing home. You know, I learned something about law. Write it down, get documents, and sue. So that you're every damn. I got so many cases. I think I can make money. I got to pay for them, so I build the business. There's no funds for it. But I got to start somewhere. It's inventing the wheel again. But computers are great for writing down documents. Yeah. So I got about 5 cases, 5 lawsuits. They're medical malpractice. Yeah. How do you win? No, there's all sorts of malpractice lawyers up there. I'll delegate them. How long is it going to take? Maybe 5 years. Well, he might be dead. No, he's not listening. I build this business. I just keep them floating. Got a Zoom call. I can go anywhere. Keep my citizenship in Canada. Get some money back, and I'll buy a place in Australia and have a better life. I don't want to live here with this sort of bracket. I've been to Australia healthcare. It's better in places. Yeah. Alberta is a good model. The public health care under, the socialized Tommy Douglas health care is not working. It's just a wasteful pit of rubbish. It's lost compassion, it's lost empathy, and it's horrible. Nursing homes aren't a solution for older people. Getting them well and getting maybe somebody that's living in the woods, training them to be a housekeeper might help. Make sure this old boy's making some money. And that's another thing. You tell people to live on their friggin' pensions. How? Are you a financial advisor that knows anything? We'll put you on one of these pensions. They come up to the cost of living. Oh, God, it's terrible. That's why 245,000 Canadian seniors left Canada. You can't go around and say that. You're not a financial planner. You're a yo-yo, not looking at the demographics that people need money, and might work with this system. So I'm going to have a blog, and I'll try to get into seniors magazines in Australia, how to earn money as the inflationary cycles to get you through it. Because this is worse than Australia. But I'm going to get my seniors, and I use AI. I got to go up there and get documents through it. Well, it's going to cost me money, so I'm going to make a list that's like Blue Cross. Money I pay out goes on a list. I got receipts for everything. It's got to pay off. I might try to get some other litigations going. I'm getting a plan. Maybe they'll pay for it all. Get paid up front. Because once it's all seamless, they know they can win it. They'll take it.